Too soon, bro.
All right.
Too soon.
I'm excited, bro. Very, very excited.
Good.
So let's get into it, bro. What is this? 6?
Episode 6, man. Climbing that mountain. I was just thinking about it the other day. Abe was saying how his peoples is on the almost like they 100. They're at 72. I was doing some math. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, most people get is 50
In a year?
You know what I'm saying? Episode 100.
At this rate?
At this rate, yeah, obviously.
At this rate, which I want to, pick it up.
Yeah.
If somebody wasn't so busy. But, we going to talk about that later. We going to talk about that later.
Word,
yeah, bro, you said we climbing a mountain, and, bro, I'm afraid of heights. And it's only been 6. And I look back, and we've made some way.
Look at all of the shit that happened.
We've made some way, bro. My life now moves in intervals of Tuesdays. You get what I'm saying?
By every Tuesday, yeah.
Every time we sit in here,
Yeah.
And so, we got our first guest. I appreciate you. They're going to come on in a minute. And, yeah, man, we ready to go.
All right, man. So
It's some shit in here. It's some shit in here. I didn't bring any books this time, like books to sit out on the table, but the notes that I took this past week, bro, like as far as what I want to talk about.
You doing graffiti over there?
Yeah, my handwriting is a chicken scratch. Like, I should probably type this shit out, but I'll try to decipher what I was saying.
Let me throw real quick. Episode 6. This is Chess Moves. It's your boy.
I ain't figured it out yet, but I'm going to come up with something.
We're going to do a poll.
We're going to do a poll.
For his handle. Again, you know what I'm saying? We already christened him. My man's name is Black. So, we gave him a real Brooklyn name, you know what I'm saying?
I need 5%ers to give me a name. I need an Al Shabazz. I'll go by Al Shabazz before I go by Black. You bugging. But, bro, I got on my constructs today. It's
a full moon.
It's a full moon. It's the 4th quarter. I know it's the 5th, or the 6th, whatever day it is. But it's the 4th quarter, bro, and the type of stuff I've been hearing as of late, with the last 3 months of 2020.
It's clutch time.
Bro, god damn. It's like, yo, you ever ask coach to take you out the game?
Hell
I
no.
have. Shit.
Hell
you know?
no.
Like, yo, coach, I'm tired.
2020 gonna end in a bang. 2020 gonna end in a bang.
We almost there, bro.
I think. Shout out to.
You know what? I'm gonna stop saying
Hold
that.
up. Shout out to COVID for catching Trump.
I was gonna talk about that. That was you see, you right here. So.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to COVID.
I was gonna
for
talk
catching.
about that. Yeah, that man was out there shaking hands and kissing babies after the fact. What?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that. He
man's-
probably didn't get out the truck, but I respect you for that, come outside. I'm like, yo, the fact that they even put the location out, he probably wasn't even in that hospital for real. Or he probably wasn't in the room or floor that they said he was in.
Wait, so this the plot twist that 2020 got for us? Is
that Trump gets the...
my man about to kick the bucket?
But I mean, bro, I know people who got it and got over it. 2 people. Both my mans had it.
Was they
and got
72?
over it. No,
The fucking
in their
president?
20s. But I mean, bro, they don't put out as much work as Donald Trump. Shit. They are worse off health-wise than that man is. That guy is a well-running machine. Like, whatever drugs he's on, I know he's on some, weird... They had his, Rite Aid pharmacy records, and he was taking some, weird psychotropic medication.
You trying to get us erased right now.
Bro. I'm trying to get us on the map.
Yeah. All right, I'm rocking with you, son. I'm rocking.
Yeah,
I'm rocking. Fuck it.
Yeah, he got that. He got the Rona, as the Southerners would say.
He got the Rona, aka Miss Rona, aka that clap back, not the clap. And I think if you ever put something to the universe or to Allah or to Yahweh or to Jesus, I think I know where y'all should put y'all prayers toward right about now. You know what I'm saying? You can root for either your boy or you can root for Rona, and I know what colors I came to the game wearing. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
That's
man.
all I'm saying.
Listen, I wanted to talk about what was it? I just read it. Damn, my memory is terrible. Yeah, I wanted to talk about, now that we in the 4th quarter mindset, the game of chess and, strategizing, because I feel like, even though I'm only, a quarter century old, I know a lot of, like, I feel like strategy is my thing, you know? And so, you know, being that the show is named Chess Moves, I gotta ask you, what's the most important piece to learn to play with in chess?
The pawn.
Wrong. I like it. I like that answer. And I shouldn't be so quick to say wrong, but I wouldn't say there's any most important, even though the pawn is like, you know, gangster. He be putting in work, you know. He got his do dirties on all the time. But I was talking to one of my mentors earlier, and she was telling me how you have to learn to play with every piece as if it's the most important piece, right? Because if you just learn to play the pawn, right? And I wouldn't necessarily relate this to sports because I wouldn't recommend you to try to be a quarterback and a running back at the same time, even though most black quarterbacks end up being, you know, we get criticized for our running game all the time, but excuse me for being a jack of all trades or ace of all trades, you know. I'm trying to switch that up. But yeah, in that regard, she was telling me like, yo, every piece you should play with it as if it's like the only piece you have, because who is a strategist that doesn't know every position on the team, you know? That's what a coach is. He knows what every person should be doing, you know? A director knows what everybody on stage, where they should be standing, all that, you know? You get what I'm saying?
Let me stop you right there. This is why the pawn is the most important piece to learn.
Mm-hmm.
With every other chess piece, there's 24 pieces, right? So there's 12 in front, there's 12 in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Every single spot on the 12 in the back are star players, right?
Okay.
So they're superstars, right? They're prima donnas. They're your special teams, right? They all got something they could do. They could do real far straight, real far to the side, real far diagonal. The queen could do everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really gotta pay them no attention. The most important player is
right
the player.
there.
Right, exactly. The most important player is the player who only got one spot to go, and he do that shit every time. Because that's your fucking soldier.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
There's the soldiers. And
so
and
that's
I was
why you
gonna
gotta
say,
master your pawns.
And I was
before
going to say,
anything.
like, a lot of people feel like they pawns right now. A lot of people pawns right now. But you're going to develop to where you will start playing you in the back anyway. You get what I'm saying? You're going to get to that point where your role and your position went from being a soldier to a manager to a, you know, developer to, like, you know,
but
head
every
office.
time you play chess, the pawn never moved, though. So that analogy, I don't know. I don't know if that's easily applicable because that's for like more of a actual sport rather than chess, where you're always going to be a pawn if you're in chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the team mentality.
Nah, bro, because, I mean, once you make it to the other side, you know how that go.
You put it like this. You think Golden State would have been so successful if every single player, if Draymond was trying to run the one? No. Draymond knew where he had to be. And the reason why they worked as a team, because it's a team sport, is because everybody
Why
knew their
Draymond
position.
shooting threes?
That was probably a bad analogy to use Draymond because he's off the wall. But what I'm trying to say is...
But you get where I'm going with asking that question. Everybody on that team was a shooter. And if you didn't learn that skill, you had to be a part of this system. Like, bro, they changed the dynamic of basketball, bro. Like, the percentage of threes that was taken before Golden State went on that run was probably, like, down in the low, like, less than 50%. I don't know the stats, but it was low. I'll say 30 or less. I'm thinking, like, 15, 30%. You know,
Steph got a verb now.
Exactly.
Like now he's something that people compare themselves to. Like, you say,
exactly.
You say I'm grabbing reboards like Rodman or Barkley. You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting. I'm pulling up from 30.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so they
made like Carter.
They took
like
essentially who was Shaq in Draymond and turned him into, you know, a decent shooter. From deep, bro.
He played his
So that's
position.
what I mean. Like, yo, you're gonna be a pawn, and then you're gonna develop to become whoever you need to be. So everybody's always looking to the queen, but like, yo, play your role. Know where you at. That's like the most important thing. Know where you at, so that you could develop this and then get to wherever, you know.
So who would be the queen of Golden State?
I mean, it's a male dominant sport, so that's hard to use. But
metaphorically,
I mean,
Steph.
Right now, I don't want to talk about this because the team is in shambles. I don't know who's where. Who's the queen? I mean, who's the king in LA?
I just
know
kind of
that, of
step
course.
off.
Yeah, I need to get.
Anyway. Yeah, like
I need to
up.
get all types of LA gear, even though I'm a New York nigga. But you know, LeBron is. Even though they lost that game, what was it? It wasn't last night. The night before, We'll see. He's about to. It's legendary. Are they playing? They playing tonight, right?
I don't know, man. Jimmy.
They are. I should put it on and put it on mute.
Jimmy's on some shit, man. I see got that look in his eye.
Jimmy Butler looks like. What's that guy?
Cinnamon?
No. The successful slave revolution here in America.
Nat Turner?
Jimmy Butler looked like Nat Turner.
He do.
He looked like Nat Turner. He's going on a run right now, son.
That's true.
He's going on. I don't know who to support right now. Like, who you feeling right now, Abe? Who you going for in the finals? Come on, son. He's so
LA,
mainstream.
He said LA.
He's so
LA.
mainstream. I shouldn't have asked him that. Yo, Dante, who you got? Who you got in the finals? this man, he's not even here right now. He's not even here.
Shout out to Dante.
But yeah, I don't even know who to vouch for. I'm just happy. I'm happy to see it happening, you know?
All right, come on, man. We got other shit to talk about.
Go ahead, bro. Your shit on standby.
All right, man. No, not yet. That's too early. So
Too early, bro. We got guests coming on. You want to talk about it with them?
yeah, but I gotta be in the headspace to kind of
Let me know when we at
little dumb
30.
shit like that.
You heard?
I was driving the other day and I was just really looking around and shit. My neighborhood, not just Norfolk in general, Virginia, from all the parts I've seen, is just really looking like The Walking Dead, son. It's really just like I feel like summer was still a little bit gray. Like it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the usual color that it is. And it was a little bit gray, it's a little bit dialed back, and it's like I just feel like the city is just starting to slowly recede into itself. I'm seeing more abandoned shit the more I'm starting to drive around and shit. And it's I'm like, why is this happening? The opposite of what's happening right now should be happening. I shouldn't see less businesses opening.
Yeah,
I should
but
see more.
you're looking at it in a pessimistic light because all those abandoned buildings look like money to me. You know what I told you, what I tell everybody. Like every time you drive by a building and it's not looking, up to par, write the address down and take it down. We'll skip trace it and, we'll probably acquire that property. So I look at it in a positive light, and I've been in DC a lot lately. I just got back yesterday, the day before. I got back yesterday. And it's vibrant. I mean, it's the same. It's a lot of homelessness. It's a lot of, you can see the aftermath of the, the protests that's been going on lately. But I'm looking at it all positively because, the spot that I go to, the Garden in D.C., right? Mm-hmm. They expanding into a property that was, raided during the protests. So that's something positive that came out of some destruction. We build to destroy, as my man Loaded Lux would say. You're gonna either build or destroy.
Shout out to Lux.
Yeah, I would love to get him on the show. We putting it out there. We will get him on the show.
Shout out to Lux.
Oh man, if I go to confessional, I'm not even Christian, but if I ever walk into the booth, Lux is gonna be on the other side. Whatever, bro. It's all the same.
Read you your rights?
Yeah, he not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna listen to him. He's gonna talk.
Pastor Lux?
Yeah, like I'm gonna be like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Then he's just gonna start rapping.
Start rapping and shit. All right, so I'm looking at it, right? I mean, what you said, I don't really think I gotta, yeah. Basically, what I was saying and looking at all of the abandoned buildings and shit is that COVID is just giving the city rip shots. Well, I mean, all of the country, really. But I'm starting to see more of it than I get to read about it from other places. Just in my
you're seeing
neighborhood.
it in your neighborhood and not on the news. Same thing. It's like when my homeboys started getting it, people I know, I'm like, damn, it's real. And my best friend worked at a hospital in the Bronx, so he was seeing it like at the start, so it was real in the beginning for me too. But I feel like the hardest pill to swallow is this is our new reality. That's the hardest pill to swallow. That's what's hurting people the most. Not that people's dying or ain't shit going back to that's the part. Ain't shit going back to normal. That's our new reality.
I was watching, I think it might have been some shit Joe Rogan had said, and they were talking about it a little bit, like how things have started to become different, and then what started to happen again with COVID happening that was basically happening before all of this shit started going down. And he said basically he's surprised that consumerism hasn't gone anywhere. It just went from going out to stores to doing shit online. I never really thought about that shit because I'm not a big online shopper. So shit like that, that didn't really occur to me. I guess it's more so his job. He's more, obviously he's on platforms and shit like that. So he's paying attention to things, and maybe something that he plugged is started to sell more because of COVID and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But I think my biggest takeaway from that was how basically like I feel like we've not necessarily I feel like we've cushioned the blow of everything happening by just starting to buy dumb shit. Like think of everybody and everybody who just you could ask them a story about something that they bought for no reason, on some spoil myself or fuck it, I ain't doing shit else or nothing else is open. Just
but I mean, I used to be the same. I used to be I have a watch in my bag now, the battery dead in it, that I got on tax season. I was just like, it's stupid purchase, and it's, to me, I found it in my house after a year. It was like collecting dust, battery dead, and I'm just like, damn, I didn't even remember that I bought this. Like, when did you even buy this? When did you have the money to buy this? So, tax season. This is one of those purchases. So we've all done it, it's something we got to grow out of.
What else happened? I guess I could do like a little rundown. Mm-hmm. So I'm on my last court date, which is tomorrow, for essentially just missing work, and this whole shit is so fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. So even though I'm in the military and shit has become just real different because of COVID and everything, and a lot of jobs and positions that's done every day aren't even there's nobody even inside of the office to complete these jobs. So they're starting to cut back, and people starting to get fired, and people is getting laid off and shit like that because it's been proven how efficient at-home work has been, which is cool. That doesn't really affect me. But the fact that we still got to come in coupled with a bunch of the other dumb shit that they make us do, just that's procedural, it really is giving more of an insight to how much of your life is not in control when you serve. There's absolutely nothing to be done and nothing going on, but rather than just let you stay home, they still want you to come in there and show your face. That's the definition of pointlessness. That's wasting money. You spending more money than you need to be at work, and you still getting paid.
Gas. Yeah, I've even though I got out, I realized like I spend way less money in doing my own business and working from home because I'm not traveling so much. Like I live 45 minutes away from my job when I was in. One, to get away from people and that environment is just so whatever to me. And two, it was because I just, I had some houses up there and I want to be able to detach from that. But that drive, bro, was costing me, let's say like $50 a week, so you spending $200 in gas just going to work. And so some days I would go in and go home. That's it, show up, go home. So that's money spent, and you're still getting paid. So, but you gotta like streamline your life, you gotta streamline your purchases and shit like that.
This shit is just pointless, man.
Yeah, I know. I know I feel that way, but it's gonna serve its purpose later, bro. I promise. I hate it, but we got it. It's always gonna be your fault, and that's a good thing.
Fuck it, I'll take it. The hot seat is fine, man. I was talking to, let's just say my mentor, and we was catching up and shit. He was telling me that he wants to start like doing his own show, basically, essentially. So I was telling him like why you want to do it, and he's like I don't know. I figured that it's something to just try. You know, I might like it, I might love it, I might, you know, whatever. And then we started talking about like just brainstorming ideas and shit like that. And then he said, he was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life and shit, right? He's only a couple of years older than me. He goes, I don't know what I want to do with my life, but I feel like this is gonna be the thing that shows me what it is. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about kind of what he's using his show for, and basically what we're using ours for.
Okay.
It started making me think about the type of shit.
So, I gotta meet this guy.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. He's pretty cool. I'm gonna plug him in. He's in Florida right now, so we can't really do too much right now. I don't really know what his schedule's looking like, but yeah, I don't know, man. That should just made me think. Like, I never really thought about what the show meant to me right now. You know, it's still new, but I'm thinking about now. Is that gonna change in a couple of months or in a couple of years? You know what I'm saying? So it might be. It's just now. It's a hobby. You know, then it become a job. Then it
How dare you? This is not a hobby to me. I mean, you have a job, a day job, so I get how you could say that. But
fun, no, man. Like one of these things that we put all of this time.
This is like, you know, this is part of our legacy to me. You know, this is like, I feel like gonna be our greatest days. As much as we complain about being tired and damn, this shit sucks and it's expensive. Like, I feel like when we talking about this shit 20 years from now, we're not gonna be talking about how we didn't have the bread to do it. You know, it ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be how, you know, how much impact we left on the people, how great it was.
The people.
Yeah, bro. What you got for me? Give me one more.
What have you learned?
Bro, that's a hard question. I've been learning so much shit, it's hard to keep track. Like I told you, these 7 days fly, you know? In the last 7, I learned to put me first, bro. I learned to put me first, like all the shit I did for the show, you know? All the shit I did for other people is starting to like, the fruits are starting to show here, you know, because, you know, having the site built out as quickly as it's gonna be done, like that's a plug, you know. Another, like I wrote it down, like never burn a bridge, because I had somebody bring me a laundromat deal from another one that have like fell in my face, like I fell on my face for, you know, the initial one, and somebody from that world reached back out to me and offered me another deal, a sweet deal. And it was off the love, you know, so the fact that happened, you know, that's something I learned this week, like never burn a bridge. I burnt some on purpose, you know, just to like test my own gangster, but, you know, you got to do it all with, you know, well, what's the word I'm looking for? You got to do it all with, like, just know the risk you take.
Like, insight.
Yeah. And see, this is why you here. You the other half.
Yeah. I learned, son, you really just gotta be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the more you lean into just really how motherfuckers make you feel, the better you are. The better off you are. You know what I'm saying? I think you said this shit to me before. You was like, you spend a lot of energy saving other people's feelings from the shit that you got in your head. And I was like, you know what, my nigga? You absolutely right. Because I'm biting my tongue and I'm tripping over myself because you're doing some dumb shit that I keep telling you not to do, or that you should, not even telling you not to do, but that this specific, like your traits, like your ways, is you getting in your own way right now. You're blocking your own blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? So
facts. You're taken from the overall collective.
Exactly.
You know?
So like even when, so I got a cousin. He got a lot of potential. He's really smart. He can pick up any skill, right? But I don't want to say he's lazy, but he really just doesn't apply himself. He's not lazy because he's not unemployed.
That's the same shit, bro. You just said the same thing twice. It's cool.
He's not my cousin. I ain't gonna say he's not unemployed. That's what I'm saying. He's not lazy. Yeah, I know, but he's not applying himself.
Yo, bro, you could be well in your right and not apply yourself, bro. Most of our parents haven't applied themselves. That's why we're working so hard today. You get what I'm saying? Like, That's the life we used to, you know.
He don't got no kids, and it's more, and it's really nothing that why you should be getting your own way, but you still are.
Damn, bro, tag me next time.
You got kids, you got a bag full of children,
bro.
But
I got one child, bro.
Son,
Please don't out me like that. Goddamn, what type of shit is? Nigga say you got a bag full of kids. Like
little man is a handful, man.
Like I'm about to go to court soon. Damn.
Yeah, but just. You know, and I tell him, I let him know, like, yo, bro, like, you know, you really just got to put a little bit of effort in, you know what I'm saying? Your shit might change. Like, the shit we talk about when we talk about your problems and shit, a lot of that is money-based, and you hourly, but you're not really putting in no real hours, a couple hours a day. You kind of...
And so every piece of advice we give comes from a real place, right? And
Experience.
You told them that from what I just told you. It's the same conversation we just had. But yeah, we're going to talk about it, bro. Let's get our guests on.
All right, Chess Moves. We got our first guest, man. Congratulate him. Welcome.
That's why I'm not smiling with my mouth open. That's kind of weird, but
man,
introduce yourself, brothers.
I'm Rich. Instagram RLT38. And it's a pleasure, man. I'm glad to come on here.
For sure.
Hey, Rob Thompson, Coach Rob, period, M, period, all. See what I'm saying? Coach Rob and all. And then RCT credit, period, y'all see. I got it on me.
Sure.
Come get your credit right. I'm gonna drop that. I'm sorry if I.
Yo, I'm really about to. You know, I'm gonna get crazy. How dare you? I'm gonna have an add-on for my credit team, so they're gonna see the commercial. As soon as you, after you say this, we gonna cut that commercial.
Okay. I understand. It's all good.
I was gonna ask. Well, you know, this culminated from Los introducing us because you got a deal with him. You have a contract for this shop, that's how I met you as a cleaning company owner. And so explain that to everybody, how you got into that lane, because I know you was a graduate of ODU 2017. So yeah, let us know how you transition into that business.
Okay, so yeah, I graduated in 2017 with my degree in sport management. I was playing football at ODU. I had got in the insurance thing. My high school coach was like a CEO of a life insurance company.
Okay, what's the name of the company?
It's One Life of America.
Okay, One Life.
Yeah,
that's a big company. So that's like life insurance.
Yep.
Okay.
So I had moved back to Mississippi probably for about a year or so, traveling to Louisiana, Tennessee, Arkansas, like
selling insurance the whole time.
Selling insurance, bro, on the road, hustling. Okay. So I ended up moving back out here. And I started working at State Farm, and this is when I met Los. I gave him one of my business cards, and he ended up cutting my hair. We had a real good conversation. I'm like, okay, he got me right with the cut.
Of course.
And he put me in a situation where it was like, okay, man, I feel like I need to do something else. And then COVID started.
Wow, so this was real recent.
Yeah, so as soon as COVID popped off, I'm working at the State Farm. Buddy called me in the office, and he was like, we're gonna cut your salary by 25%. And I'm like, man, what? Like,
that's the first time I'm hearing you didn't get fired. They just, cut your bread. Like, yo, we're not even gonna get rid of you all the way. That's crazy.
Yeah, so he told me that, and he was like, yeah, I was thinking about firing you. I'm like, what? During the pandemic, so I'm like, so
you want me to stay here after this?
Right, so man, I told him I'm gonna get back with you tomorrow. So I went home, thought about it. I'm like, man, forget that. I can go get some money on my own. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started doing research. How can I make money without putting a lot of money into it? So I'm just Googling things, and then next thing you know, I see the thing with the cleaning windows. I'm like, dang, buddy can make $250 up to $500 a day. Let me try this. Okay. So I ended up trying that, going to different storefronts, getting a lot of no's, getting discouraged. I'm like,
single man business.
Yeah. Door to door, hustling. So I got a lot of no's then. I went to Tony's Pizza right here off Holland, and he was like, yeah, you could do it. I was like, I'm only gonna charge you $30, I think. He was like, okay, that's fine. So I got my first yes, and then it was on since then. Now, man, I got all this shopping center. I got the one across the street. So I be a little everywhere.
Okay. How did you decide your rate?
I started out low because I was like, man, I got to figure out, what I'm doing. I was doing like $5 a window. And then I realized, okay, I need to be making, let's say, $150 a day.
Right.
How can I do that, like time and speed? So I was like, okay, I got to go up on my price on. And then I ended up talking to Los about it. He was glad to help me. So me and him got the contract going. Got good money from him. He liked what I do here, and just keep going, keep pushing. Talked to Beach 4 yesterday. Got that contract with them. So
okay,
yeah,
that's
man, we're on the move.
That's the dealership, right?
The dealership, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one out here. That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
What's your story, man?
Man, so I would say it really where it kind of ties in, where he and I tie in together. We played at ODU together. So
You was a wide receiver, huh?
Nah, I was a safety. So that was about
I was
35,
thinking
40
frame.
pounds ago. So I used to be like 205, 210. And you come out of school, you get more freedom. So you feel me? You take some time. You tell some time to yourself.
Right.
And that's where he and I met. And I always admired Rich's hustle. Even when we was in school, like even when it came to football, the way he would grind, the way he would work. And me, I went on a whole nother direction. I got my finance degree, then I got my MBA.
Wow.
So got all that paid for. They
That's
always
big
say
work.
you got to get more out of them than they get out of you.
Yeah.
So I went there and got what I could out of them. But I worked like 3 jobs while I was there. So like while I was on full scholarship, I was working 3 jobs. But like everybody used to look at me like, yo, bro, like why are you working, bro? And I'm just like, first off, like I get this extra bread. We was already getting, paid through the checks or whatever. But I'm like, I now get this extra bread. So like when other people needed gas money from their parents back home, I had that bread. When people was like, yo, let's go on spring break, I had that bread. You get what I'm saying? I went to Vegas, I went to PCB, I went to all these places on spring break off my own bread. Like flew my parents to the Bahamas for the Bahamas Bowl.
Wow.
Off of the football bread and off of me working. It was nothing because like they got to share that experience with me. You know what I'm saying? A week in Atlantis is like something like what? They will never forget that. And I won't either because my parents got to come, right? My family got to be there. But that just put me in a whole new level of like, yo, I can do this in the real world now. But I went and worked a 9 to 5. I worked at Robert Half International. Started out there as a sales. I don't even remember what it's called. But what I did was I was staffing. So I was pretty much selling people. Like that's what it was in
You
my
were working
head.
while you were in school?
No, this was after I graduated.
Okay.
So after I graduated, I jumped into Robert Half. You got 2 degrees coming out. I'm like, yo, I gotta make 80K. Like ain't nobody paying me less than that.
Right.
Man, they chop your knees off real quick, bro. You're saying you like, all right, I'll take 45. I take 42. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Jersey, so it's different down here. You can make $40,000-$50,000 down here and be okay. Like you go to Jersey, like
Yeah, farther up north you go. We from the city, so you know.
man, it's
What part of
tough.
Jersey you from?
South Jersey. So Blackwood, Clementon area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like right outside of Philadelphia.
Blackwood, yeah.
Yeah, I really admire your story. I'm gonna say this real quick because to have 2 athletes here, 2 student athletes, and we always talk about the struggle, how they not getting treated fairly, don't get paid. The
That's why,
NCAA thing.
that's why I asked. That's why I'm like, you was
So-
working while you was in school. I wanted to ask
For
you,
you
like,
to,
how do you feel about that?
have that frame of mind outside of, the beaten path of like, all right, cool, we gonna oodles and noodles it out.
Nah, I want to ask him.
you
I want to
know?
ask him. So when you think about like all of the money that those schools is making off of the players, NCAA, the football, the basketball, all of that shit,
Yeah.
and then they're not getting not a cent from that shit.
Yeah.
And you had to work during school.
Yeah.
What type of conversations is being had that y'all not getting paid?
Hey, bro, I'd probably say I'm the worst one to ask that question in regards to that, because
'Cause he
them
had
jobs, bro, was great. He'll tell you, my jobs
real?
was sweet. I was the
Yeah.
one giving everybody their checks. I worked in the athletic business office. I had to
sure.
drop on everything, new jerseys.
Wow.
I knew with all the new snacks
I'm
coming
glad
out,
we
whatever,
got
it
this
don't
man
matter.
on the
you feel
show,
me?
'cause I'm sure he knows
But
some
I used to tell them all the time, like, bro, I do this because, like, this is probably what I'm going to have to do when I leave here. So, like, if I don't learn how to do multiple things at once,
Yeah.
when I step into my life and I'm doing one thing every day, I'm gonna either thrive at that one thing, and then when that shit get boring, I'm gonna go do something else, or I'm gonna have to have multiple things going at once. And then
Exactly.
That
You
didn't
learn
kick
to be
in.
adaptable.
that didn't kick in till last November. And that kicked in last November because before I was trying to do this 7-on-7 football stuff, like just trying to follow my passions, just, you know, trying to figure out. Because when I came out of school, I went into my depression of like not having football and still being around here and seeing everybody in the locker room, bro. That feeling of being in the locker room is like, you don't get that everywhere. So now it's like I'm in the real world. I'm trying to create that with people in the real world. Like I say the real world because college wasn't the real world for me. Like it was fun and games. I worked those jobs just so I could learn how to be able to do it in the future. But it was like, I was training myself to work for somebody else. And it was like, nah, now I got to start figuring out how I can do that for myself. And that's when more and more things started presenting themselves, and I just started seeking knowledge. But like, I'm real spiritual. So I felt like the energy brought to me exactly what I needed. And that was a coworker coming to me and saying, hey, like, do you know how to fix credit? And that's at Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree corporate after Robert Half. Quit there, went to Dollar Tree corporate as a talent acquisition specialist. So I did that instead of staffing, because staffing felt too much like selling people to me.
Okay.
And I went to Dollar Tree, felt like, okay, I'm bringing people in the Dollar Tree, giving people jobs, like one company. It's a great company, blah, blah, blah. You know, you see the ins and outs. You realize, okay, Dollar Tree's making 70% margin on everything they freaking sell. Like, they're making billions of dollars off of selling the stuff for the low, which is cool. That's a great, I respect the hustle. Never gonna knock nobody for their hustle. But you paying these store managers $35,000. And I'm going in the store and I'm talking to 60-year-old ladies that's been working for Dollar Tree for 30 years.
Mad long.
That make $45,000 a year.
That's insane.
And they're happy about it, but they're working 60-hour work weeks. At 60. What?
Yeah.
That's when I told myself, like, whoa, this is kind of weird.
But Dollar Tree is a huge corporation, right?
Man, come on. I'm in the joint where I'm stepping in. You know what I'm saying? I put my badge up and know what floor I'm going to. Like,
So
we
I
got
know
that
what's crazy.
in there.
I'm gonna say this story real quick. I don't mean to cut you off.
Nah,
but
go ahead.
I was with my business partners eating at Waffle House, and we saw a chart, and it was like, if you sign up to be, you know, a worker here at Waffle House, this is what your trajectory will be. And so at 25 years, they had it like it was a promotion for what a manager or a general manager made at Waffle House. And so I picked up my phone, I looked it up, and I'm like, general manager at Waffle House, like $42,000, bro. And the lady, they had her front page and center in the promotion as like, follow her path and you'll be successful. And I was looking at my partners like, are y'all serious?
That gives me chills.
Like, that was just
Google,
Google, you know? And showed me what that lady was making. I mean, I hope she made some money off that promotion, but that was crazy. We was gonna like record it like, yo, this is terrible marketing,
She ain't made nothing
you know?
off that promotion either.
So is that how Dollar Tree, is that how they keep, they buck by just giving people
you come
that's
in
holding
minimum
down
wage,
pennies?
you getting paid $7.25 an hour. My grandma worked for Dollar Tree in Jersey. Like it was so crazy to me. Like, I'm trying to call and figure out how I can get my grandma promoted while I'm there. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I had the South, and I had the South. So they messed up giving me the South, because now I'm dealing with everybody that look like us down here that's just trying to get to it, trying to tell me and talk to me about their hours. And I'm like, damn, I just gave you this job. So when then I talked to myself, I said, and I talked to God, and I said, before I was selling people to other people to work in short-term jobs, and I felt like I was giving them jobs, but now I was just selling people. And now I'm taking people to Dollar Tree, and it's like, I feel like I'm the sellout that was, you know what I'm saying, on the slave ship. Like, yo, I'm getting paid enough money. Let me bring you, go ahead and hop on this ship with me. And I'm going to drive the boat, but y'all just come hopping on and get paid $40K while I'm sitting in here making, I think I was making 50 plus at Dollar Tree, just sitting in there making phone calls. When these people breaking their back, picking up boxes, doing, like, it gives me chills thinking about it, because I feel weird to myself that I was even letting that occur, right? So then I go to CHKD. So I'm like, man, I'm helping save the babies. You know, I just had a daughter. Like, I take my daughter to CHKD. I'm helping bring people in here. Everything's got a bottom line. Everything has a bottom line. CHKD makes money. It's a nonprofit that makes money, that cares about their bottom line, that cares about being in the red. Nah, they want to stay in the black, no matter what.
So no matter what industry you was in, you saw it, you know, medical, whether it was, you know, Dollar Tree.
Was you supposed to see all of that?
No.
Because I feel like, that sounds like something that they want to keep.
The blessing about it is I am supposed to see all that, because when you're in these places, they talk about all this, but nobody's educated enough to know what it means.
See, nobody's bringing it back to the people.
No.
Damn.
No. And that's where That's why I quit 2 weeks ago. That's why tomorrow on Thursday will be my second full week out. No, today's my anniversary, my 2-week anniversary of literally.
Congratulations.
And I was supposed to be out on
You fired your boss?
Man, what? I was supposed to be out on the 30th of September. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah, bro. On the 18th, I was like, I gotta slide, bro.
So what's the move now? You know, I'm glad that we transitioned into this. I know y'all doing the Turo thing. I was on that. You know, I made enough money to take my girl to the MGM for her birthday this last August off Turo alone. You know, and I got a 4Runner, which eat a lot of gas, but I made enough to do that. It's a 14 4Runner, 100,000 miles, 130. But I made some bread right now. But it's better right now. Nah, I'm in Hampton, so people was coming up there taking it on trips. I had to set the mileage, but I had a second car back then, so right now I had to unlist it. But I see y'all. Y'all just bought a vehicle. Tell us about it.
Go ahead. Nah, go
so
ahead,
we just
bro.
bought a 2016, was it Nissan Sentra? Versa? Nissan Versa.
What's your name? Blue Magic?
Blue Magic, yeah.
Everybody addicted to that Blue Magic.
What's that, American Gangster?
Come on, everybody addicted to that Blue Magic. Go ahead, Rich.
So we got that. Well, it had about 19,000 miles on it? 19,000 miles.
Okay.
And we got it for $9K even.
Yeah,
Talking about
You
9K.
negotiated?
Yeah,
Okay.
had to.
You went to the dealer with cash?
No,
Went
straight
to the
credit.
Credit.
Okay.
Credit card, yeah.
Okay, you know what? I should know who the fuck I'm talking
I'm talking about what you talking about.
I'm capping, bro. I'm capping. Bro. I swear.
But that's what's up. So you went in there with credit and negotiated.
'Cause I want y'all to do it
business
too.
credit or personal?
It went at the business.
Okay. So you got it. What's your payment? What's it looking like? What are you paying on the vehicle monthly?
Oh, we paid for the whole thing with the credit card.
Okay. So you put it
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
I was about to
That's
say
what's
it ain't
up.
no payment, bro.
So it's
ours. We own it.
0% APR, huh?
Yeah, like we got the title. No, it's no APR, nothing. Like it's the title. We ours. We bought it straight out the lot.
Okay.
Like,
okay,
it's ours.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's your projected incomes off this vehicle? Like, I know you did your research on it. Like, what are you looking to make on it out here in this area?
Now in this area, the average. So you go off of American average, and there's usually like your 20 top cities through Turo, right? So you have Turo, and then there's another one called Hire Car. Can't get y'all on the sauce on Hire Car. Y'all can come to me, and I can really get y'all. Now y'all, when we step over, I got y'all. Now, but
You
with
do
that,
talk a lot of shit.
Oh no!
All right, I see.
I tell
see
you, I'm
with
from
the
Jersey,
dynamic
bro.
and shit.
It's just because it's just
Go ahead.
with that, bro. It's in a situation because I just told somebody I was in a business meeting earlier. A quick insert. I was in a business meeting earlier, and I said a lot of people want the game, but they don't want the work before the game. And the thing is, the way I look at that is
So too.
everybody gonna talk about how to get through those doors over there. I'm gonna run through the glass. And then y'all gonna be able to walk through where I ran through.
Exactly.
But I gotta get compensated from getting all that glass in my body. If I'm gonna be a crash test dummy, oh yeah, I gotta make sure that if I do it I'll be a crash test dummy in business.
Yo, that's crazy.
Because I'll get my bread up
That's
front,
crazy.
and then everybody that wanna come through after, y'all ain't gotta get cut. Y'all can walk
But
through the.
you gonna have to pay the tax for what the
Exactly.
pain and suffering
Hold on,
of.
Y'all
hold on.
paying
I
off my
gotta-
medical bills. Y'all paying off my medical bills.
I gotta shoot. So the people who were watching episode 2 remember how exactly what he just said we was discussing on episode 2. Go back to you.
Man, and my biggest thing with that is like, I don't want to give all that sauce because I know there's some sauce there, but I'll tell you with Turo and with Hire Car both. The biggest thing you want to do right now is we know we're going into a recession.
Okay.
In any history of recession, and I've never even sat down and, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about the history of a recession like I truly know, but I'll tell you in my mind, the best things that are going to make it through a recession are the things that are the hottest at the beginning of it, because they're going to make it all the way through. It's easy. Anything that's dying before it isn't going to make it through a recession. That's just like saying, okay, my flowers just died and it's about to get cold.
All the department stores.
They not
gone.
coming back. It's not coming back because everything's online, right? You just find the industries where things is dying and you find out where everything's going to shift to.
Taxi companies.
Come on, don't nobody want to get in a Uber. Don't nobody want to get on a bus. Don't nobody want to do those things. So we got an asset that people need now. Because when it get cold, ain't no ride, no bike, ain't no nah. You gonna need a vehicle. You gonna need to get in something. And don't nobody want to have to spend $60 to go back and forth in an Uber that they probably shouldn't even been in anyways when you can go $30, $40 a day with a vehicle, right?
Exactly.
And at that point, you break it down. In this area, we're guaranteed, I can tell you, to be 600 plus off that car every month, because now we have 2 different areas to list it. If you go on Turo and look up a Turo calculator, they'll tell you your car will probably do $500 to $600 anywhere across the nation. That's what a 2016 does. And with that 2016 doing that, you're only doing that maybe 15, 16 days out of the month. The rest of that gets filled up through hire car. And the best part about both of them is they can just pay me money every day to extend it. And it pulls right off their debit card, right off their credit card.
So this is not even something this is not even a vehicle you look at like, all right, cool, I'm going to let it pay me for half the month and use it all I have. It's a fully automated vehicle that'll pay you, and you paying your bills and got your personal driver.
Yeah, and you just click confirm or decline on your phone. They text you and say, hey, I want to extend it.
You know what this
If y'all
really
follow
is?
me, y'all see me. I post extensions like every day. Rich will tell you. That's
Every
probably
day.
why Rich ain't believe
I
me.
got my first trip was extended. But yeah, man, what you talking about is more of digital real estate. You know how people talk about like ad space is digital real estate, and how you want to like corner the market with your follows and, you know, get your audience up. That's exactly what you're doing right now. Like prior to a recession, you're cornering the market of what you know. Like this is so the real estate of a moving vehicle, knowing that your asset is on wheels. But you have, I mean, if you measure it, I don't want to be too literal with it, but if you measure it, you have damn near, you know, an acre of assets that are moving around all over the nation making money for you. So you got to look at it with that mind frame. Like, how much real estate can I put out there in the world that's going to like multiply and come back and, you know, profit for me?
Definitely.
You're doing your thing, man. I congratulate y'all. So what y'all got coming up besides Turo and, you know, the cleaning company and stuff like that? Any credit repair courses, things like that people should look out for?
I mean, I'll let him break the mobile home. I mean, nah. I'm going to let you break down what blew you up in the city. Go ahead.
Well, hold on, which one?
What blew you up in the city first? What the city go crazy for?
I thought you was done.
Forget the city. What the whole state of Mississippi go crazy for?
Nah, I ain't dropped no
Oh, you
mixtape.
want P-Valley?
Nah, man.
Nah.
You in Chuckalooska?
Nah, man. So I ended up going home probably about a month ago. And I ran it back by him. I said, bro, it's 15 acres.
Where were we though?
I don't even recall, bro.
We was in the Tesla. Where was we at? What did we just do a couple hours before you told
the
me
mobile
about
home
that?
play? The mobile home play.
Okay.
So we got the mobile home, right? And we
Out in Mississippi?
No. We got a mobile home in Chesapeake.
Okay.
And we had just put a renter in there, and I told him, hey, bro, it's 15 acres for sale back home where I'm at. He only want $20,000 for it. I was like, is that a good deal? He said, what? He said, call him right now. So ended up, bro, that's one thing about Rob. He gonna take action. He's gonna take action. A lot of people are just gonna talk about it, but he's really gonna take action.
Take action.
So
gang.
I told him this on, I wanna say like a Tuesday. It was a Thursday. We were in Mississippi closing on this 15 acres of land.
Okay.
And the plan to do with that, we got a couple guys who want to hunt on that, so we're thinking about doing that, just leasing off some land so people can hunt on that land. And then, but the big play, what we want to do is put a mobile home park there. And we're thinking, you know, you put 50 mobile homes out there and charge people, you know, $250 for each.
Yeah, I was looking at a mobile home that was for sale up in Hampton. I was talking to the guy, but he didn't want to budge. But yeah, that's a plan. I like how y'all execute. I like how y'all
Get
move.
with us.
Yeah, you
want it
said
for
you
20
wanted to
racks?
talk about
20 racks? Yeah, we
Wow.
got it for 20 racks, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to talk about the laundry acquisition. I think you kind of already well in tune in the industry. You know, if you know real estate and flipping and wholesaling, then you know business acquisition. And the way y'all moved on this this plot of land out there, I'm sure you know it'll be done with ease. I'm excited to see what y'all do. With
How
that.
far have you looked into it as far as like the legwork for the laundromat?
I haven't. Like, I literally, like, was waiting for somebody to tell me they was looking to do it, and if they try and run through the glass together, we can run through the glass together. You feel
Trust
me?
me, I ran through the glass, bro.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
ran through several times, and you know.
Well, let
if
me
y'all
know
watch
how
the
I
show,
can compensate you for your bandages, brother. Or let me know how I can partner on your next one. You feel
We'll talk
me?
offline,
And I
because we
tell
got
you,
something in the pipeline right
like,
now.
and maybe Rich can attest to this, like, a lot of the business that I do, I want to, like, connect and work with other people, like, always. Because, like, I say it, like, I got a whole nother brand and things that I'm about to do, and whenever y'all bring us back for the second time, because hopefully we's good enough this time, y'all want to see us again, you know, I got another movement with the TAG, you know, the Tag Take Action Gang, and I already got all that, you know, copyrighted, and I got all that stuff, so can't nobody take it, so I'm good.
Swiper, no
you know,
swiping.
right? So, you know, I got that movement coming out, but that, I can't even say myself, because, like, anything that I do, you gonna probably see him right next to me, right? Like, any play that I've thought of the past couple months, I call him, and I'm like, bro, what you think? Just like he brought me to land, and I was like, let's make it happen.
Oh man, I wish I had my partner Mike out here.
Man.
Like we have these people. Everyone should have these type of people in their lives. You know.
You have to. Like I said, this is the guy that's gonna run through the glass with me.
Same thing. You know, he's been looking at spots in Brooklyn to acquire. Like, every time I feel like I acquire some knowledge, I spit it back out. Even if I don't know much, and you're gonna ask, he's been asking me questions like, yo, but what about this and that? I'm like, we'll figure it out together. You know.
Man.
That's why I asked you what you did, because that glass is tough to break through.
You know?
So I'm telling you, man.
You know?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Sometimes it's real
Yeah,
thick.
nah.
And sometimes you hit that plexiglass and you get bounced back like, damn, do I want to try to run through this again?
Of
Or-
course.
I mean,
Of course.
come
It's not a question. For
Exactly.
real. You know what I'm
What
saying?
else do we
It's
do
like you
it
got to
for,
think about
you know?
that too. Like, if this is being guarded so heavily, it got to be some gold in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It got to
Now
be.
you
There's a
speaking.
reason. It's,
Now you speaking.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
And then it's only certain things that's super hard to break into. This being one of them, but
Come on. The barriers of entry. But I'll tell you,
I ain't done.
I'm in a lot of low barriers of entry market in my mind, and that's, I think, the coolest thing about it. Like, you know, we're not doing things that a normal person couldn't do that hasn't worked hard. Like, you know, if you put your stuff together and you get yourself right, I say credit is one of the biggest things that has helped me a lot. And I know me and him talk about it very openly. Like, I feel like we talk about our credit scores more than anything, just because we want to, like, keep each other like, yo, hey, I think I'm gonna apply for this. And like, I think I'm gonna apply for this too. And it's like, what you think? And we go back and forth with each other.
My homeboy who run the credit team did the simultaneous thing, got like 80,000 in available credit, like 5 minutes.
Man.
But we're gonna talk about it, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Drop your handles one more time for the people, and we're gonna have Don Cornelius take us home.
RLT38, man. Make sure y'all follow me. Get this game, man. We can't say it's all free, but we gonna give you drips and drops of game.
I can't say it's all free. Man, Coach Rob and all, like I said, Coach Rob and all, you know, and then it's on my chest. I ain't gonna say nothing.
all right, man. Episode 6, man. It's pop. Episode 6, man. It's chess moves. It's your boy. Come on, man. You gotta focus, bro.
Listen.
That was your sign off?
I
You
thought
just
you
gonna
had it.
just fade
I
to
said,
black?
we're going to go to Don Cornelius, and he's going to take us. You're supposed to say something. I'm supposed to walk off, do a little dance, you know, do my thing. I was going to play a song and everything. I'm leaving. I'm doing the walk off. This is why I work with you.
Hey, man, we thank y'all for having us on the show, though, man. It was a pleasure.
Man, no doubt. No doubt. Appreciate y'all, boys.
Appreciate y'all.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig says the death of George Floyd was murder.
At a press conference this afternoon, the chief shared what he feels needs to be done with the Minneapolis officer who put his knee on Floyd's neck. Larry Spruill talked to Chief Craig, and Larry...